Okay, this is part 2 of your journal, and we're going to look at this document called Risk Benefit Assessment. This is published in Canada again, but certainly is relevant here. And by the way, there are lots of outdoor education schools in our own country that operate very similarly. They're not, different in any way, really. What's really nice about these pieces they've created here are they're very teacher friendly in terms of teachers understanding outdoor play when they haven't really even experienced it themselves growing up that much. So this is a great way for you to dive into this. If you were outside a lot as a child, then you'll already understand a lot of this because you experienced it. So this is a toolkit, right? And it has so many things in here for you. I think you could just kind of read through here. But the toolkit section is the one I'm really interested in you diving into. And so I'm going to go right to it. Let's get there. There's some questions there you should skim through for sure. And they have a lot of good information about competency here, about being somebody who's competent in the outdoors. You should really look that over. I think that's extremely important. Here are things that you can look at in terms of documentation. And again, they're going to take you to the tools section. So we're going to get there, I promise. Before you start a new program outdoors, if you're going to really dive in, here's some good questions to ask yourself. And here's a definition of outdoor play in Canada. Might be interesting to read. Compare it to ours. My take on it is, when I read it, is it's really not different. They are very connected to the indigenous population there and how that is connected to play. So that really will dovetail nicely with the reading you'll do about New Zealand and how they have combined the indigenous people's beliefs and way of working with young children and woven it deeply into the way they deal with young children. So that should dovetail nicely for you. Here's some more information about what the actual risks are. Let's go on and find the toolkit. The tools, yay, we got there. Okay, so this is where I really want you to focus. You can look at all of the things that they have to offer here. This is just gold. It really helps to help you, sorry. It's very helpful in allowing us to see what we should be thinking about when we consider these outdoor spaces. And they have really covered their bases. Here are all kinds of things you should look for. So what I want you to do in this section is identify your headings, tool 1 to tool, go through the tool numbers. And under each one, just make notes about what you learned from looking at these and what you may not have thought about before, what you see important to remember, and how you might even see yourself using it someday. There are report forms, templates for making plans, looking at how you manage risk outside. So I want you to really go through these tools and also this managing risk in the moment, this dynamic risk benefit assessment process. Really important to know those 3 steps there and keep going. And then here are some other ways of communicating with kids other than saying, stop, you'll get hurt, or be careful, you're going to hurt somebody. So I want you to look at these and really dive into them and ask yourself in this heading, under other helpful communication prompts, really dive into that and reflect on how well you could see yourself managing to use those and replace that. How hard will that be for you? Maybe you are already doing it, which would be fantastic. Just let me know that. And let me know any other things that you have said and done that are helpful. And then here are some tips and tricks and a glossary of terms that you can go through. So mainly I want you to focus on the toolkit and all the headings there, and then this risk in the moment. You can look at the tips and tricks and the glossary and all of that. That would be great. You might want to check out their resources at the end, but it's really those two sections I want you to focus on. The tools and then managing risk in the moment. Be sure that you're looking at all of that. So I hope this is helpful to get you kind of focused and know that when you open this, you don't have to read the whole thing.